Thank you, Dr. Nashir. From high-end machines, we go to low-end now. What are the problems you can have during phaco? Basically, it consists of pre-operative troubleshooting and intraoperative. So in the pre-operative, the most important thing, you have to prime and tune. That means you have to connect a fluidic circuit and connect the aspiration and the irrigation tubings and put it in the phaco handpiece in the test chamber and remove air from the tubings. You test the irrigation, the vacuum buildup, the venting is checked, the reflux is checked, and the tuning is checked. In case of priming failure, you always check the displayed message, check that all the connections are made properly, check for pump rotation, check that the test chamber is not leaking. If there's a problem, reinsert the cassette, reinsert the tubings, and reprime. If still there's a problem, reboot the machine. And if it still fails, you have to call the service engineer. Causes of tuning failure includes loose connections to the machine, loose tip, incorrect tip load, tuning in air, faulty handpiece. In case of tuning error, retune, do not over tighten. Replug the handpiece and retune. If it still happens, replace the handpiece. For ensuring adequate irrigation, ensure the correct bottle height, rule out kinking, check that the infusion lock is open, insert a needle into the bottle to make sure that there's free flow, and check the infusion valve in the machine. If there's, while operating, if there's insufficient ultrasound delivery, obviously you increase the power or the duty cycle. If still not cutting, you change the phaco tip. Okay. If there is aspiration but the vacuum builds up without visible occlusion, there could be fragments in the phaco tip or handpiece or tubings. So move the phaco tip in the central safe area and apply a small burst of ultrasound. If there is still blockage, withdraw the tip from the eye and do it in a chest chamber or in a bowl. And if it's still blocked, flush the handpiece. And then if it's still blocked again, change the tubing. If there is another situation, there is no aspiration, but the vacuum still builds up without a visible occlusion, there could be Helon 5 or chondroitin sulfate present. Just give a burst of aspiration and it will clear up. And then it will get tracked. If there's not enough followability, that means the fragments are not coming to the tip despite going close to the fragments, you have to increase the flow rate. The fragments are coming readily, but the vacuum is building up slowly. Ensure that there is proper occlusion. So use a pulse or a burst mode. If the fragments are occluding at maximum vacuum but falls off quickly upon applying ultrasound, that means that's chatter, then you increase the preset vacuum and reduce the power or the duty cycle, because power is a repulsive force and the vacuum is the one which is going to attract. If there's fluctuation chamber depth, check that the irrigation tubing is tightly attached, check for torn sleeve and replace. If there is fluctuation chamber depth, rule out excessively retracted sleeve, and because what happens when you withdraw, the ports are outside and that will cause a collapse in the chamber. If this incision is too tight, again that is constricting and not allowing the irrigation to happen, so then you need to enlarge the incision and you may need to reduce the flow rate and increase the bottle height. If it's large and leaking wound, increase the bottle height but with a lower flow rate, or change to a larger gauge tip and sleeve if possible. If still it is shallow, then suture the side of the wound or make an alternate incision. If there's insufficient irrigation, aspiration, and you increase the bottle height or lower the flow rate. If the shallow anterior chamber and patient eye anatomy is like a hyperope or there's upthrust or angle closure glaucoma, increase the bottle height by titrating, lower the flow rate, use a lot of viscoelastic, and give IV mannitol. Sudden collapse of AC, one thing could be running out of the bottle of BSS, so you have to keep your staff alert to this. Surge on occlusion break is going to be covered by Dr. Harbansh. Basically, it's due to soft and compliant tubing, so you reduce the vacuum flow rate, increase the bottle height, change compliant tubings. And basic machine surge prevention is enumerated as increasing bottle height, using TUR tubings, minimizing leakage, using small bore phaco tips, and appropriate combination of vacuum and flow rate, cruise control devices, and replacing compliant tubings. Aftercare is very important. Do not over autoclave. Allow proper cool down, because sudden cooling down and flushing with immediately after autoclaving can cause the crystals to crack. And do not use the tip for more than 5 to 10 surgical cases. Examine the tips and discard damaged tips. So the key is to follow a very logical path. Understand your machine, identify the problem by observing the movement of the fragments, draw the correct conclusions, and take appropriate measures to remedy the situation, and spend on maintenance and care. Thank you.